Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Welcome to the video, guys. Did you pull any ancient shards? Let me know. I feel like I'm asking you this every week now because it seems like we're getting a double time chance or a 10 times chance, like more than that, doesn't it? Like 2 times a week now? It's pretty crazy. But of course, at the end of the day, if you just want to pull epic or legendary champions, you ought to wait for events like this, where we have a double times chance to open up, either of those rarities out of our ancient shards. I'm on my free-to-play account. I have a whopping five ancient shards to open up on my free-to-play, and then I have about 150 or so on my main account. We're also going to do a few on Game On, so be on the lookout for that in the pinned comment below. Here we go. So these are the 5 that really matter. These are the 5, the big ones. We're starting the video out with the free-to-play, and I'm seeing a couple blues. And that's a spirit host. Not excited about a farmable champion. Not excited. Okay, give me something good. Hey, Gorlos Helma. I have no idea what he does. I forgot. He's a brand new champion. Encouraging reviews. We don't read too much into those, but we like to look at them anyway, right? You're lying if you say you don't look at the reviews at all, right? Or are you not? Does anybody not look at reviews ever if they pull a champion they're unfamiliar with? You almost have to, even though we know they don't mean anything, right? Attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit fills this champion's turn meter by 10% if the target is under decreased defense, HP burn, or decreased accuracy debuffs. Well, I hate conditional things in this game, but for an epic champion, it seems like decreased defense and HP burn, especially, is not too much to ask for. So we're getting a 20% turn meter fill, provided the target is under those debuffs. On a 3-turn cooldown, we have an AoE decreased defense, another AoE decreased defense in the game. However, I don't have a Spirit Affinity decreased defense on my free-to-play account. I'm definitely going to build this guy out. 100% chance at landing. On the A3, attacks 1 enemy on a 4-turn cooldown, has a 100% chance win both to placing HP burn debuff and decreased accuracy debuff for 3 turns on a 4-turn. Fills this champion's turn meter by 20% if the attack is critical. Okay. Ally attack and Doom Tower battles by 30%. So his A3 is a little bit underwhelming for me. Not bad to have HP burn, obviously, in his kit, but what I want to do, he was Demon Spawn, right? I feel like every new champion's either Demon Spawn, Shadowkin, or Undead Horde, right? Don't you guys feel that way too? I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we get a bunch of meh rare champions. Marked isn't too bad with the block debuffs and the increased defense on a 3-turn cooldown. But let's go ahead, not worth building though in my opinion. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here before we move on at that dude. So, where is he? Look at all these epics I'm collecting here. No big deal, right? So base attack is 1354. All right, so his multipliers on the A1 is 1.95 on each hit. On the A2, it's a 4 multiplier, not too bad. And on the A3, it's a 6 multiplier. So a hard-hitting ability, one would assume here on the Gnashing Fangs. All right, let's go over to the main account here, guys. As always, we're going to add a charitable component. So we'll add $100 for every legendary that we pull to Against Malaria Foundation. Against Malaria, helping providing insecticide nets to thousands of people to help save lives off of a 100% preventable disease. Why not go ahead and donate a few dollars of your own if you can afford to do so? Let's go ahead and switch accounts. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. I just made some room, so let's do the mystery dude. Be right back. Be right back.
Your choice? It's simple. Her or me. So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
What am I saying? Be right back. Mystery shards. Oh, we got a pit fighter. We got a Kale. We got a Kale, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting stuff. That's going to go in the thumbnail. We pulled, you'll never guess who we pulled. Game changer, Kale. All right, here we go. Now let's see the legendary gold. We got Jizzo. We got Lich. Let me make myself a little bit smaller here. Shrink myself in the corner. That way we can see all the legendaries that are going to be right over here. Right over here. I feel a legendary coming right over here. Boom! Okay. Hey! We got Deke! We got the Deke! Oh my word. It's been a long time coming. Let me make myself a little bit bigger here. And finally. Look at me now. Look at me now. Oh. Deke, welcome to the team. He's been my most wanted epic champion in the game for, well, since he was released. We finally have him. It finally happened. We have a chance of placing a leech on the A1. We have a decreased defense on the A2. And then we have time compression. Fills the turn meter of all allies 15%, decreased turn meter of all enemies 15%, and then grants an extra turn. He also has speed in all battles by 19%. This dude is the real deal. He's a very, very good champion because this A3 is cycling down his A2. You're going to get a decreased defense up more often than not on all the enemy champions. And we have a leech on the A1, good for heals, plus the speed aura. Man, you guys know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know Deke has been high on the wish list. What do I need to do to pull this freaking epic champion? Very happy to finally have him. Today's the day. This video is complete. That's it. It's already a win. So here we go. It's going to be Gorgorab. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I like Gorgorab, but don't really use him outside of Doom Tower. Like, okay, one, we have, okay, Mortu Macabre, $200, and 2 dupes. Boom, boom.
Look at me now. Look at me.
So Mortu Macabre and Kreela Witcharm. Well, Kreela's very, very, very good. I would say she's a top 20 legendary champion. Mortu Macabre, probably top 20 worst legendary champion.
What? Why? Why?
He's not trash. He has a pretty good A2, hits all enemies 2 times with the block buffs. Block buffs, I'm a big, big fan of. This should be on a 3-turn cooldown though, to me. It shouldn't be on a 4-turn cooldown. That's an easy buff that they could give more to Macabre. And you guys know me, I've actually been wanting the Peril to be a like 6-turn cooldown skill, not a secret skill. I'm not a big fan of the RNG of having a secret skill both for Baron and for Mortu Macabre. I'm sure there's a lot of other champions out there too that I'm forgetting about. Kreela Witcharm is one of the best ally attack champions in the game, previously a fragment summon champion. That's also $200 for againstmalaria.com or .org, sorry. It has a stun on 1 enemy, and then we have a 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown from all allies joining in, or excuse me, 3 random allies to join in to attack a random enemy. So love to see that. She also has an increased attack and increased crit rate on all allies for 3 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. And on the A1, she has a nice handy shield that she can put on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. The shield has actually come in handy for me quite a bit. So Kreela Witcharm, a very, very, very good champion. Atchak the Wenderin is also an incredibly good champion, guys. I will be right back. We'll talk a little bit about Atchak as we pull more shards. All right, guys, we are back. So already $200 again to against Malaria. We have 2 legendary champions, both dupes, unfortunately, but how can you be? Oh, 3! Okay, Robar, another dupe. Bystofus, another dupe.
I just called to say I love you.
4 dupes, man. Dude, when they have the new dupe system where you can feed dupes into dupes into dupes into dupes, I'm going to be so OP. I'm going to be so OP. All right, so Robar is actually one of the higher multiplier champions in the game. He has a stun on the A1, decreased defense on the A2, very slow at 87, being a legacy champion. On the A3, though, this ability hits very, very, very hard, especially if the target is under freeze, stun, or sleep. And then we have Bystofus, who is an all-right champion. He attacks 1 enemy with block active skills on the A1, also has a true fear debuff on targets with block active skill debuffs. On the A2, an AoE block active skills on a 3-turn cooldown, also heals by 20% of the damage inflicted, and then an AoE with a block active skills for 2 turns, and then has a 75% chance of placing a decreased defense as well on a 4-turn cooldown. That is Bystofus. So there we go, 2 more legendaries, guys. We are moving here. I did say I was going to talk a little bit about Atchak the Wenderin. He's amazing for Spider, especially if you're using him to CC with freeze, but he's really good with any kind of HP burn slash freeze team, just in general. Chinoru is one of the Shadowkin champions. I haven't looked into her too much. Block buffs, I haven't built her, I should say. Attacks 3 times at random, each hit with a weaken, and the A3 removes increased defense buffs from all enemies and attacks them. Increases the cooldown of Lay Bear by 1 turn for each enemy killed. Wait, oh, this is Lay Bear, my bad. Okay, so interesting. Anybody invest in her, let me know. Maybe we'll build out. We need to do more guides on the Shadowkin champions anyway. The Frogman. So Nizana's a good champion. Sandlash Survivor is a good champion. Another Deke! Another Deke Plarium. Come on, man. Plarium.
I love you.
2 Dekes now. Now they're like rubbing it in my face. Like, yeah, dude. We're just going to give you a bunch of Dekes this video. I come out right? All right, here we go. Let's do 10 more and then make room again. It'd be so cool if they gave us a little bit more room. I know they did kind of, sort of recently, but geez. This, be right back while I make room. Is that really necessary? All right, guys. Alaric the Hooded, just an all right champion, average, below average. I'll be right back. So out of all the legendaries I've pulled so far, who would you guys want? Who do you want to trade? Who do you want to trade? Let me know. And I'm joking about the feeding all my another one! $500, Countess Licks making another dupe. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. At least we're raising a lot of money for charity, but my God, is it even worth opening shards anymore on this account? Is the question I am asking myself. I would choose Countess Licks out of all the legendaries I pulled so far. I think she is the best. Am I forgetting somebody? We had Robar, we had Bistovis, we had Morton Macabre, we had Creela. All right, maybe I choose Creela, but it's close. I think Countess Licks is really, really good. A 3-time hitter on a 4-turn cooldown with decreased speed and turn meter depletion. We have attacks all enemies with block active skills. Also decreases the cooldown of all ally skills except the champion by 1 turn. This is a sick ability, time dilation. She also puts out a decent amount of damage. She's also an Astralon pairing champion. Fills his champion's turn meter by 5% each time an ally receives a debuff as well. I'm a big fan of Countess Licks. She also has a weaken on the A1. One of my favorite, I don't like her as much as Sissia Flametongue, who's my favorite kind of nuker added to the game, but she's right there in the conversation. All right, so another brand new epic champion, Hatasu. Gotta be careful when pronouncing his name. Don't want to get demonetized here. Hatasu has a leech on the A1, has an AoE decrease attack. That's a 75% chance to make it an 80% chance of placing a decreased attack. Why can't it just be a 100% chance, right? Anyway, on the A3, we have increased defense and a continuous heal on a 3-turn cooldown. I really like that Oni icon ability. Then we have removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of each turn. Will remove stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, and provoke debuffs. Excuse me, before other debuffs. I actually like this champion. It's a very good support champion because he has a leech on the A1. His damage is based on defense. He has a decreased attack, granted an 80% chance at landing, but still, not bad, right? On a 3-turn cooldown. And then he has an increased defense, continuous heal on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. And then he can't really be CC'd, right? Because he's going to be removing that stun or that sleep, fear, whatever, provoke at the beginning of each turn. I think he's a really, really good support champion here, guys. Would you guys agree with me? Him and Deke are like my favorite champions so far that I've actually pulled in this shard opening video thus far. Although I'm kind of starting to forget who I even pulled. That's what happens when you get old, boys and girls. Here we go. It's going to be a bunch of kind of nothing aside from Mausoleum Mage, who we have obviously one of the legacy champions in the game. Very, very good one at that. Dr. Pierce is an incredible champion. Claude Beast Feeder is an incredible champion as well. Claude has an increased accuracy and increased speed on a 3-turn cooldown that he's bringing to the table. We also have a shield on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown, so a good champion, pretty fast to it, 103. Dr. Pierce is incredible. He has a defense breaker on his A2, and then he has a provoke for 1 turn on an enemy. Also has a 75% chance of placing provoke for 1 turn on 2 random enemies. Puts an unkillable and a reflect damage on himself. On his A1, he has a decreased accuracy. Duck is one of the better decreased defense champions in the game. And we're pulling a lot of really good epics here. Seeker, right on cue. Mausoleum Mage. Jeez. I mean, if we could just give all of these champions to someone starting out, forget it. They would never need to do anything ever again. This is a really good shard opening video, even though it's filled with a bunch of dupes and $500 so far and counting. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go. The last 20 shards of the video, but it doesn't have to end here for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and open up some, who's this? Delver, who's this? Infernal Baroness. Oh my God, the epics are raining down. Tarshan, we're gonna open some more shards, just like 10 or 20 on game on. Again, that will be in the pinned comment. An AoE weaken on the A2, defense-based champion, 100 base speed, not too bad. Increased defense on allies, and then fill. Increased defense on all allies, Ash. You can just talk. You can talk at a normal pace, man. You don't have to always speed round this. Fills turn meter of all allies by 20%. on a 4-turn cooldown. Not a bad champion at all. He also has a strengthen buff on this champion for 2 turns whenever his HP drops below 50%. Okay, not bad. Has a provoke on the A1. I think Tarshan is a above average epic champion in the game. Not game breaking, not, you know, end game, but not bad. All right, so boom, we end it there with a Athenasil, another great and underrated champion. Increased defense, heals all allies by 25% of his max HP on a 3-turn cooldown. We also have an AoE attack. Granted, it doesn't hit very hard on Wither, and then he has a sleep on his ass. Sleep on the A1, stop the presses. Now we're talking here. Now, but Athenasil, all jokes aside, is very good, especially because of the oak-skinned ability. So guys, we're going to go ahead and flash the charitable donation up right now on the screen. Go ahead again and take a moment to consider donating to Against Malaria. Save some kids' lives. Seriously, what better can you do with your money than to save innocent children's lives from a totally 100% preventable disease in malaria, guys? You know, I know it's a tough time for everybody right now, struggling economically out there. Certainly hasn't been an easy past year, but if you can't afford to do so, even like I said, $2, I believe, will buy an insecticide net to save somebody's life. You can make a difference. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I appreciate you guys. And as always, take care, guys.
Okay.